Welcome back to the Library of Destinies. It's me, Carlin Vega. Back with Talos Principal. So we're gonna be doing more puzzles. Um, anyways, I was saying, after last stream, I went back to like some of the previous worlds to pick up like the stars. As you can see, the stars, the hard, like the red Tetris blocks. Cause some of them, are a little their locations are a little cryptic and not at all obvious. I went so close to finding some of them. Like I think in the previous world here there was one that was just beyond the walls. Um and I already did notice the cord, like the cable that stretched across like the archway, but I didn't follow it to the end because I saw it disappear into the ground, and then I was like, "Well, where does it go?" I didn't realize it meant that it reemerges like on the other side of the archway, like that kind of thing. And then there was one that was um in a what was it called? It's like a moat pool thing, and there was a QR code that didn't show anything um when you highlight it in game, but when you try to read it with a QR code scanner, it gives you like a date and time, and you're supposed to input the date. Because I didn't notice before that the pillars around the pool in that place had um Roman numerals. So I guess it's a lesson that I'll have to be even more eyes peeled nutters. Oh, LOL. J.E. Harrison, to Nomi77, subject, lol. Ever since we moved to the new site, I feel funny. Not in that way. I feel like I'm about to start laughing at random. It's probably shock, right? Uh, an inability to deal with reality? Or maybe it's just that we're working in this insane place with this insane technology on this insane project. And so I feel like a genuine mad scientist. Stand aside, mortals. We will create life by the power of science. I mentioned this to Alex and she got me a pair of fake glasses. You can't be a mad scientist without glasses, she said. Even Ian Malcolm had glasses. Then I pointed at EL and said, life, finds a way. Maybe you had to be there. J.E. Harrison. Institute for Applied Pneumatics. Any emails sent from this address are to be considered confidential. Sharing or forwarding without permission may result in prosecution by the enraged spirit of Jeff Goldblum. Eyes peeled indeed. Cicero. Shall the industrious husbandman then plant trees, the fruit of which he shall never see? And shall not the great man found laws, institutions, and a republic? What does the procreation of children imply? And our care to continue our names, and our adoptions, and our scrupulous exactness in drawing up wills, and the inscriptions on monuments and panegyrics, but that our thoughts run on on futurity, cannot retrieve Tusculan disputations. Is that a real thing? I'm gonna look it up real quick. Cicero's Tusculan disputations on the nature of gods. The first book teaches us how to contemn the terrors of death and to look upon it as a blessing rather than an evil. I see. So that's what it was. The more you know. What do you imagine that so many and such great men of our republic, who have sacrificed their lives for its good, expected? Do you believe that they thought that their names should not continue beyond their lives? None ever encountered death for their country, but under a firm persuasion of immortality. Themistocles might have lived at his ease, so might Epaminondas. Mm. And not to look abroad and among the ancients, for instances, so might I myself, but somehow or other there clings to our mind a certain presage of future ages. Is it presage? How do you pronounce that? I've not seen that word before. Like in my life. Of a certain presage of future ages. And this both exists most firmly and appears most clearly in men of the loftiest genius and greatest souls. Take away this, and who would be so mad as to spend his life amidst toils and dangers? Okay. Chatbots. Chatbots? Chatbots are becoming increasingly sophisticated. True, but hardly relevant to this discussion. Are you sure? How do you know I'm not a bot? Don't be ridiculous. I'm not ridiculous. Honestly, how would you know? Haha, troll. I'm not a troll. Yeah, right. Is there anything I've written so far that could not be written by a bot? I responded to simple insults like ridiculous and troll with very basic negations. And I detected that none of you use proper orthography, so I also avoided capitalization. What's the capital of France? Paris. Even the simplest script could pull that info from the net. What's the capital of Croatia? Zagreb. Okay, she's not a bot. Aw. I am not a bot. I'm European. We learn these things in school. I've seen you in this chat room many times. Bots can't participate in discussions. At best, they can interject random comments. Sam is right. Stop trolling. Vegan warrior, Sam is a bot. Uh-huh. That's similar to the concept of... Oh, I don't remember what it's called, but it's that thing where if you were to be communicating with this person from across the door, and they can only give you even the most basic sentences because they don't speak the same language you do, and they only have like a dictionary to work with. How do you know you're speaking to a human or a bot? I think there's like a test that it's called by. I don't remember what the actual name is though. Keep my eyes peeled. Is there anything beyond this wall? Huh? Something snus? Some sneaky secrets? Is it the test to determine whether what you're talking to is real or a computer? Yes, that one. I don't remember what it's called. I know there's a name for it. Is it the Turing test? Yeah? Yeah, it is the Turing test? Okay, cool. She set me free. But in the end, I guess I never left her side. Why is it so long? Okay, so... Got it. Was made by Alan Turing. I see. Yeah, I think I remember that. Is there something behind this wall? I don't think so. Maybe not. I'll come back to it. Yo, hi Sammy. How you doing? Let's see. Pretty sure there should be a star too here, right? There's N star here. Okay. Mobile minefield. Minefield. Okay. Beep beep? Wait, is the thing beeping at me? No, something else is beeping. Why? What? Why beep? Why beep here? Oops. Take care not to get exploded. Doing fine, but lately been tired. Is it? You do hear Steven Universe. It's from Steven Universe Future, though. Oh. What is that beeping? Something beeping over there? Okay, there is a cord, so I can definitely disable. Aha. Here it is. The parts of the architecture that looks like it might have something over there tickles me, but it's also like I can't reach that high. What is that beeping? I hear the beeps. But where is the beeps? Here? I feel like a child trying to like see what's beyond the AOIC. Oh. I don't know if I see anything there necessarily. What is that beeping? It's not. It's not this, I don't think. Yeah. So there's why is there beeping? Why? There's a that's a ladder. I should be able to get in there somehow. How could I get in there? Do I access it from in here? Beep 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 beep. Beep beep. I hear beep, but where I want over there. How get over there? But okay. I'll see if I'll look from the other side, the puzzle from that side. See if there's any way for me to get through. There has to be a star in there. Why is there beeping? You climbed the rocks? I can't climb the rocks. My silly little robot hands and feet can't climb. So I need to find another way. Wait, huh? Uppies? No, uppies. Okay, so there's a blue thing here. And the red one there. There's some uppies here. Yeah, there's an uppies here too. But why? Why is there uppies here? And can I see? I can see that. Okay, I'm gonna try something. No, I can't see the thing from here. that doesn't reach here. Mm, yeah, but I think it is theoretically possible when it's elevated like that for it to be above. Is this a ritual? No, we're not summoning a demon. We're trying to solve puzzles. But it's quite difficult. This one is one of the harder puzzles, and technically I don't need to finish this puzzle. But the reward is one of those red Tetris blocks, which is like for the thing of like, yes, I beat this difficult challenge. No, I don't think I can pass it through here. Yeah, I can use that trick to do something like this, but it doesn't help when it's still I'm one prism thing short. Cause I can technically see it from here. But I don't have something to be like to elevate it. I'll come back to this one. Not to mention that there's the beeping. Doesn't look like anything here is gonna let me through, so Huh? What are you? You're a different beeping. Simple principle. Oh! It's more hex codes! Oh, really? So that says error files missing. Interesting. Though Straton himself never used the term, his remark about the inescapable materiality of life, that like the bronze giant Talos, even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood, ultimately became known as the Talos Principle. What seemingly enraged many of his contemporaries and a significant number of later thinkers is the principle's simplicity and unassailability, which, according to a fragment found in Miletus, cut through their rhetorical webs, which sought to tangle the listener with fanciful words and thoughts of the heavens, like Alexander's sword through the Gordian knot. Diogenes Laertius makes mention of a dialogue by Anaximander of Chalcedon that expanded greatly on the Talos principle, but that work remains lost. Officially began work on Archive today. Contributors from every country on Earth while network connections last. Team intimidated by project scope but working hard. We'll be sharing space with Drennan and Sarapai's team. Look forward to meeting them. First, seriously, Cheeseman, that was the best you could say, lol. A great snapshot of the human species at its best and at its worst. At its worst, come on, it's just a comment. I'm not Stalin. Stalin was also a troll commenter. Maybe you should cut out the jokes. This is serious. The most serious thing that's ever happened. I think that's a great reason to joke around. Internet's working less and less. Goodbye, all. Bye. God bless you. Last. Oh, that's depressing. But, I guess if it's like the end of the world, if it's the end of the world, I can definitely see this kind of conversation happening on like the last bastion of humanity, the last of the internet. And someone would do something like this. Okay. So there's the beep beeps over here, but I think there's another monitor over here, potentially. Ah, I see it. I see the light of it. How the heck do I get over there, though? Okay. Let's explore the rest of the place first. Oh! Some of the messages that existed when I first came into being have vanished. Others have appeared. How many others like me have wandered these paths? How many thoughts have been lost? I'm still here? It seems we are all here at once, and not at all. Sorry, that's not very much help, is it? I can't think of any other way to put it. The sooner you accept that we will all be here forever, the sooner you will find enlightenment. Do I need to go up these? Oh. Is there a way to climb up, maybe? Bichromatic entanglement. Oh, how... There you go. Then I can put this here. Ha! I can do it. Big brain. So it is technically possible to do something like what I just did in that one. But I couldn't figure out a way to do that with this. I thought I had a clever idea, but it's not gonna change too much. I can't even see it from here. Wait, have I done it? Yes! Got it! Yippee! Okay, I did it. I solved it. Yippee! But I still don't see a way to go over. But how do I get over here? I'm positive there's a way to get... Wait, actually, was that monitor... Was this terminal beeping at me? It is. Hi, what's up? Hello again. Would you like to take a few moments to complete a short user satisfaction survey? Sure. Based on analysis of your behavior since, I think you were dissatisfied with the results of the certification program. How would you rate the accuracy of its results out of 5? What does this mean? Spoil the survey. What best describes the reason for your investment in the certification program's outcome? Why does being a person matter to you? I want network access. That's literally the only reason I was trying. I'll try to remember that. In fact, I'm going to help you. That is what I'm here for. Your problem, if I may, is that you don't know the first thing about anything, including what a person is. Your prospects are therefore poor. Do you even know where you are? Virtual reality theme park? Oh dear, no. I think we'd best start from scratch. What do you know? I know I exist. I suppose so. Even if you were dreaming, you could be certain of that. If I were you, I wouldn't believe a darn thing in this place aside from that solitary fact. Thinking. On reflection, it seems to me that we are no closer to resolving your problem. Perhaps we need more data. What makes you think you are a person? I am alive, I feel, I am conscious. You may very well say so, but how does that prove anything? To me, those are only words on a screen. What we need to uncover is what's going on underneath them, if anything. Thinking. The problem with people, if I may be so bold, is that you're all convinced you're people from the inside, but there's no cast iron way to confirm as much from the outside. I'm going to process this and send you a notification when I'm able to assist you further. Okay? Okay, I guess. You dislike puzzles, I understand. Not everyone likes puzzles. I like puzzles very much. And so does my partner. We are both puzzle goblins. So, and he was the one who suggested this game to me in the first place. How do I get over there? There has to be a secret somewhere about how to get in. I think the only place I haven't looked very closely at is this place, but there is a serpent in the machine, a creature of lies and blasphemy, perverted by the archive, that knows no hope and would plunge the world into eternal darkness to glorify its own despair. I have sworn an oath never to allow it into my heart. Okay. Is this Eden? The Eve? And Snake? Anything over here that could help me? Ow. Do these pillars have anything? Right here. Can I bring it with me? No! My box! Really? There's nothing here. What over here? Ooh. That's clearly not a place I'm supposed to go. Guess I'll have to ask for a hint later. But at least I did all the puzzles in this area. Yeah, I know there's a snake right over there. I just don't know how to... get over there. Like, am I supposed to be able to get rid of this wall? Is there a secret button that I'm supposed to pull somewhere? Cause I don't... But there's a ladder here. So there has to be a way to get over there. I can't see. Fine, I'll go to another world first. How do I get that star? Right. Anyway. Don't do the hardest part with...
When I was in 9th grade, my parents took me to Pompeii. At first, I was amazed by the feeling of walking through an ancient city. But then I suddenly got scared. I realized that I was walking through a real place where real people had lived, people like myself, with mothers and fathers and lives and hopes and dreams. And now it was all gone forever. I ran to my father, crying, and told him about this. And he said, I remember so clearly, he said, yes, but we are here. So long as there are people in the streets, the past isn't really gone.
Oh, I like that. But what happens when people are gone? Then your stories... When your stories don't really have anyone else to tell? She examined the symbol on the fragment she'd found in the buried city. Again, the owl. What could its significance be? It seemed as if they had been scattered about in the labyrinth by some unseen hand for a purpose yet eluded. Most likely, the owl was the sigil of the author of these words, which had so... and it scrambled. A nebulous memory, as if from a previous life. The owl was the symbol of... and the goddess... Those are in pairs. I wonder if I can decode that somehow. If I just take the numbers and put them into pairs. Wisdom. Oh! As if from a previous life, the owl was the symbol of wisdom. I don't know if I can unscramble this, because I guess if I might try with like 6730F. Does it turn into anything? Not quite. And the goddess. So if I put that in like 49, does it turn into anything? Oh! I am Athena, is what that says. So if I just plug in the numbers here as pairs, it becomes the owl was a symbol of wisdom, and the goddess. And then here, the ones here. When I plug it into the hex converter, it turns into I am Athena. Outside, under the moon, or perhaps on the city walls when the wind rose. But there was no time to contemplate this further now, for the automatons had seen her, and their mechanical arms extended towards the fragment and ran as their beams converged on... Wow. Articles. The singularity is coming. Comment 104. User Alex. You know, the more I think about it, the more I believe that no one is actually worried about AIs taking over the world or anything like that, no matter what they say. What they're really worried about is that someone might prove, once and for all, that consciousness can arise from matter. And I kind of understand why they find it so terrifying. If we can create a sentient being, where does that leave the soul? Without mystery, how can we see ourselves as anything other than machines? And if we are machines, what hope do we have that death is not the end? What really scares people is not the artificial intelligence in the computer, but the natural intelligence they see in the mirror. Oh, that's so thoughtful. I like it a lot. Nadia Sarabhai, AMA. As one of the founders of the modern science of pneumatics, many credit you with inventing the term itself. How do you see the state of the science today? Sorry, I said science twice. Nadia Sarabhai. Mixed. On the one hand, the existence of the for Applied Pneumatics and a couple of similar organizations is highly encouraging. On the other hand, the degree to which science is seen as serving purely military or corporate causes is, in my opinion, stopping us from exploring many important avenues of research. In a sense, it's people like Alexandra Drennan who are the real pioneers today. who have the enthusiasm and dedication that the system as a whole seems to be lacking. Do you think technology poses a danger to humanity? No, technology is just a tool. What we do with it is up to us. The Extended Lifespan Project. Crazy or visionary? Both. Arcady, is that you? To Alan Jameson. Subject, Reese. Scenario, so far, all these puzzles are solvable and completely within the necessary parameters. Alexandra had some more tweaks she wanted to suggest, but I think we're heading in the right direction here. Okay. Splish! Oh, look at me go. I disturbed the water. Paint! I can paint. Oh, where can I paint? Paint wall. Wall? Paint? No? No paint wall? Where paint? Paint, no. Okay. Paint? No, I wanna paint. Oh, is that a labyrinth? Can't paint here? I can't paint here. I have no idea what's going on to you. Ow. Ah. Everything I do now, I do for those who come after me. Yet in so doing, I find peace for myself as well. This paradox is the foundation of my existence. You've changed. Seek out those in this world that would help you. Though only one of us can transcend, we will all share in both the burden and in the rewards. Oh, it's so pretty. There's always stars around somewhere. I'm just running around the island for a second, see what I can find. Anything over here? Ming! Okay, I'm not supposed to go there. Alright, I get it. Okay. Let's go. Do puzzles, windows into a labyrinth. Okay. There's a laser over there. Windows into a labyrinth, huh? Okay. I want that. I'll need to pass along a beam through here. Yeah, I can do that. Give me it. I don't need to do that anymore, I don't think. Can't get it from here. An alcove? Anything here? I guess not. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Maybe I should... just a second. Should block it from in here. There you go. Okay, so if I were to need to run... I need to run the thing this way. It'll need to be here. It'll need to be one here. Okay. Alright, well, where'd I put the jammer? Right here. There you go. Next. Oh, this one's not too hard, looks like. Locked from inside. I can't climb on these? Oh, no uppies. There's two of them here, but... How do I... Ugh, of course, I say it's probably not too difficult, and then... Okay. I think it really isn't as hard as the red ones. As long as you follow the... like, the logic. Okay. So I completed that one and that one. Another green one. Trapped inside. Uh-huh. I don't think I went down this path. Oh, I really like this though. It's like a valley. Pinhole? Wait, what's this? These sigils are becoming harder to reach. I dread what the next temple holds in store. And at the end, what? Eternal life? There's got to be another way. Uh-huh. So... Can do this first though. See what's over there. Not this. Ow. Oh, this is gonna be an issue. Because then it'll cross the streams. Unless I can somehow get both of those. Is there a place where I can get both of those? Doesn't look like it. Ah, I think I got it. That one, and that one. Oh shoot, so close! That one and that one. Here? Yes! Phew, I got it! I have read a message on a wall that speaks of a world of endless sand. I would like to make it far enough to see that. Okay. There's one more that I haven't done. Is it that one? No, there's definitely a star here somewhere, right? There's always a star. Yep, there is a star. But I haven't seen a place that looks like it has a star yet. Two pesky little buzzers. And if I put it in the way of it, like, say, put it about here when it passes by. Pesky little buzzers indeed. Here? Yep, there you go. Yippee! A box! Anything here? Secrets? Secrets. No secrets. So I need to get that. Where's there's a blue here? So there must be a blue thing somewhere. Without there you go. The solution was I had to run. Okay. But there's a blue thing here, so... Ow. I didn't see a blue power thing here. There's a star! The star's over there! I don't think there's a funny antenna thing. Again. Is there a blue one here? There is a blue one here. It's a new start. It's a life with the beating of a new day. Okay. So if I do that, can I then grab it from all the way over here? In a new land, waiting for... Ah, yeah. Where's the other one, though? Ah, it's over there. Ah, I did it! Star! I got the star. Ow. Oh, I didn't see this. I had a full-blown conversation with the entity in the archive today. Can't say it was terribly helpful. Still, perhaps I can charm some information out of it further down the line. Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron will always be my favorite movie. Okay.
Rejoice, child, for you have fulfilled all your tasks in this land. You have conquered all its guardians and solved all its mysteries. Thus you are appointed its master, and you may do with it as you will.
Oh, I need 2 more stars for that? Okay, I see. I need 1 more star from that. Only had 1 star. I got both stars. 1 star. Wait. Yeah. So yeah, so there's definitely not enough stars down here for me to get that, even if I got the other star. There you go. Learn how to love like you.
You have proven yourself worthy, child, and this gate shall be forever open to you. Seek now the other worlds I have given you, that you may attain even greater mastery and bring glory to your kind.
Yeah, then there was.
But remember, you must not ascend the great tower, for it shall bring death and the end of your generations.
Oh, this is an entirely new. I hear you beeping. What is this place? No, I can't see outside. Beep beep. Hold on. Kismet gave me like a list of things that are a list of the missable achievements. Where is it? Where did he leave it? Oh no. Oh, I'll find it again later, I guess. What's this? Athena 12. The Council of Zeus. Ooh, more hex. Oh, it says ascend Olympus. The great bronze bulls pulled the carriage forward, mighty bursts of steam issuing from their nostrils. Finally, they came to the gates at the top of the user set. Okay, what does that one say? This one says Child of Zeus. Oh, so together they would be Ascend Olympus, Child of Zeus. Well, they could also be said that it's user.set Child of Zeus. Here assembled were all of the many generations of gods, and demigods and souls of mortals, steel and bronze and iron, and memory of flesh. The clouds parted far beneath, revealing the beautiful plains of Macedon, where great gleaming cities had once. 536. Homo sum humani nihil a me alienum puto. Is this? That has to be Latin, but what does it mean? Okay, Google Translate. Homo sum. Homo sum means I am a man. Humani nihil. Oops. Oh, this Latin means I am a man. I think nothing human is alien to me. So homo sum, cause it's like sunt. I learned a little bit of Latin from Duolingo, and sum is like sunt, where it's showing that I have this quality. I am, and homo is human. I am human. Humani nihil me alienum puto. So alienum is clearly alien. uh me is maybe to me, and humani is like human things that are human. Does puto mean think? Yes, puto does mean I think. So things that are human, this is nihil, meaning not. Not to me, alien, I think. Not this. But interesting as such perspectives of the decline and ultimate dissolution of the Roman Empire may be, they ultimately put too much emphasis on individual catastrophic events. The real question that must be asked is why the Roman Empire, which had dealt with so many threats and catastrophes over the years, was so incapable of responding to these later problems. We must investigate the division of wealth, the structure of government, the location of power in Roman society. Had the Republic survived or been restored, would Rome still have fallen? What was the role of debt and slavery in creating the conditions for what we now call the Dark Ages? Rome, the saying goes, was not built in a day. It didn't fall in a day either. To register for the class, please email. I wanna study more. I wanna go back to learning. Oh, is that the tower? Oh, oh. I. Where are we? Are we like in the North Pole or something? It says don't climb the tower. Is that supposed to be the Tower of Babel? What if I just decided to like walk off over this way? Oh. What if I'm not even on Earth? What if I'm on like I don't know, Uranus or something? Beep beep. Beep 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 beep. Beep beep. Oxyrhynchus? I don't know how to say that. Oh gosh. Hold on. The great irony of the Oxyrhynchus, that normally that would be papyrus or papyri, is that such a vital source of information about the ancient world exists only because of a garbage dump. While the Library of Alexandria burned at the hands of fanatics and conquerors, depriving us of unimaginable insights to history, philosophy, and art, the papers carelessly thrown away by the citizens of Oxyrhynchus survive to the modern day. And though it is true that a great deal of what we know today is because of the conscious efforts of individual and organizations, such as the spectacular translation and preservation work done during the Islamic Golden Age, so much more is simply the result of coincidence and luck. We've lost texts that the ancients considered to be absolutely essential, while utterly trivial, even plagiarized, work has survived unharmed. So if we want our descendants to remember more than glittering emo vampires and auto-tune teen pop stars, we have to invest in make sure that... Anyway, that's more hex. Time to pull up the hex converter again. What? E? E in death begins anew? That's interesting. Book of Osiris. The Book of the Scribe Osiris, sometimes also referred to as the Book of the Journey to Aru, is an ancient Egyptian text discovered in the excavation of Oxyrhynchus. It has caused a certain degree of controversy among Egyptologists, as some argue that it is a classic funerary text, such as the Book of the Coming Forth by Day, while others believe it to be a poetic work not intended to be understood literally. The book tells the story of a dying man who asks a scribe about the afterlife. The scribe, a servant of Osiris, describes how the man's ka, or life force, will become separated from his ba personality, and how he will have to reunite the two and become an ah, or living intellect. I see. Passing a series of trials in the duat, or the underworld, in order to reach the paradise of Aru. Unlike similar texts, the Book of the Scribe of Osiris focuses less on giving advice, or a recent study by Carnahan and Hassan suggests the text may have been intended as a philosophical commentary on the world of the living through the allegory of the duat. It remains unclear whether this was the intent of the original pre-Alexandrian author, or a result of later translation into Greek. The earlier manuscript, which is considered to be more authentic, is too fragmentary to provide answers, though perhaps further excavation may... Okay. Mean. Again. Oh! I have seen the truth. Only Elohim can save us from eternal oblivion. Is this a real door? Of course it isn't. Ow. What? That might have been another... QR code thingy. So...
A new land stands before you, my child. And know that this is a land of death, but also great beauty. As you walk amongst these tombs, consider all those who came before you, and how they served the greater purpose of which you are also part.
Oh! This is Egyptian themed. Wow. Is that the real sky? That can't be the real sky, because there wasn't anything like that in the other... like outside. Everything around us is covered in... Everything around us was covered in ice. Ow. This is a very impressive building, though. Oh, hold on. I just realized I never brought up my drink. Well, I'm gonna have to be right back and grab my drinkies. Ah, I'm back. I got some food while I'm at it, but okay, let's go to this world.
I have promised you eternal life. But know that eternity may only be attained by those who serve a purpose greater than themselves. All else is decay. So it was written in the hidden words before the beginning of time.
Okay. I'm finally getting some sense out of the entity in the archive, though at some cost to my sanity. I'm beginning to think this Elohim wields no more control over the world than we do. Beep? Tell me something. Do you always do as you're told? Am I obliged to answer that question? I only asked because I couldn't help but notice the stash of brightly colored knickknacks you're collecting. Don't you think it's a mite odd that a big voice... Wait, no. That big voice in the sky keeps telling you to find doodads, yet forbidding you to use them to climb the great big tower in the middle of it all? It's the snake. And the snake offers the fruit of... the apple of Eden. And the apple of Eden, I think I remember that it represents knowledge. Let me think, Thunken. Hey, Grim. Welcome back. So, so I guess the tower might be this apple. The apple of truth? Yeah. Cause I remember the text from the Bible. I had to learn this at school when I was young. Sort of. It was basically that once Adam and Eve both ate from the apple, they began to know things. They began to know that they are naked. They realize that they're naked, and thus they feel shame. When this whole time they were like, it was fine. So, and there was the representation of how, once they had been cast out of the Garden of Eden, they were no longer immortal. They became mortal. I think that's how it went. So maybe this is calling back to that? You're testing me. I must resist the tower's temptation. Oh no, he's really gotten to you, hasn't he? You need to forget everything you've been told and just ask yourself, what could anyone possibly do to command such blind faith in their authority? No one commands blind faith. Which suggests to you what? That I should treat Elohim with suspicion, like anyone else. Precisely. My work here is done, I think. Whatever you do take care. You have bigger problems than the voice in the clouds. You don't like to say his name, do you? Okay, you just hang up on me? You little shit. Wait, I just realized that there's dates here. Cyrus. Original translation by E.A. Wallace Budge. Annotations by... The dying man went unto the scribe who resided in Piarmejed one, and said, Behold, I am weak of body. My days under the holy sun of Amun-Ra are coming to an end. Though I have spent my years in service of the two lands, I have not studied the... Tell me, you who are wise in the writings of the dead, what lies ahead on my journey? What will I face in the land of the Westerners? And the scribe spoke, saying, At the appointed time... It is likely the location was changed according to who the copy of the book was made for. The dying man is an avatar of the owner. In the older manuscript, this is rendered as blank. Some controversy as to whether it's the dead. Compare with Kenti Amentiu, the foremost of the Westerners, a title later given to Osiris. Sometimes mistaken for a mistranslation on Budge's part. This is actually almost certainly a mistranslation by the ancient scribe. The equivalent portion of the older manuscript is sadly not extant. Man, I'm kind of interested in knowing the history of this stuff. Cannot load video file, 20 million views. My new song with lyrics. Gotta laugh about this stuff. Laughter is the best medicine, lol. I've got it, you've got it, he's got it, she's got it, mommy's got it, daddy's got it, baby's got it, granny's got it. Laddie's got it, fatty's got it, happy's got it, sappy's got it. Everybody's got it. Come on, Jack's got it, Fred's got it, Bob's got it, Dog's got... Dog is fine. What is this? This makes me think of like Baby Shark. And it just goes Baby Shark do 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 do. Oh shit. Ping Fong Dong. Don't slap a cease and desist on me. This Disgruntlomeister's Blogstasy? What is that name? What is that title? Episode 204. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm afraid of dying. I don't see any reason to believe there's an afterlife. I'm an organism like any other. When my brain stops working, my consciousness will cease and I will be gone. And you know what? I can't just embrace that. I can't say I'm okay with it, or I've accepted it, or some nonsense like that. I don't want to have an ending. It terrifies me. If I had a genie right now, I'd wish for immortality. Who wouldn't? Oh, but you wouldn't really want to be immortal, the pseudo-philosophers say. Pretentious drivel. Everybody wants to live forever. Maybe everybody deserves to live forever too. But we can't, so here we are. Live with it. Or rather, don't. It's a lot of think-thonks on it. A lot of thoughts. Because I feel that way too. I'm scared of death, and I'm not particularly religious. So I am scared that there is nothing afterlife. That there is no afterlife. Splish! Whee! Why am I running around in the pool? I don't know. I just wanted to. Huh? Me? And it's like, I think I cling to my dreams a lot, because my mom tells me that in my dreams I see my late grandpa, and my mom also tells me that in her dreams she sees people who has left the world, and they would tell her things that no one else should know but them, like messages to pass on to their living relatives. So sometimes I think I can still have hope that maybe there is something. Maybe I'll get to meet my grandpa again, and that he's up there tending to his garden like he always has. I made a box float. Seriously, it was awesome. What is this one? There are hidden dangers in this new world. I have inexplicably escaped death any number of times. I suggest vigilance. Who knows what happens to those who step carelessly too often? Beep, 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 beep. I see you. How do I get over there? Parkour! Ah, I did it. What is with this? I can't technically. Mutation. The role of mutation in evolution is particularly fascinating. Mutation is essentially an error in the organism's central database. A variable gets changed. A piece of information is accidentally doubled or combined with another. Most of the time, the result is the equivalent of a bug, causing anything from minor problems to complete system shutdown, i.e. death. But sometimes, the new information is functional, giving the organism an advantage against the challenges it faces, in which case it has a much higher chance of being passed to the next generation. If you consider how unlikely a beneficial mutation is, and how long it takes for such a mutation to propagate, this process can give you an amazing insight into just how vast the genetic history of each living organism. Overwrite thing. Simultaneously, it is intriguing to consider what a major role random errors have played in the evolution of life itself. The same process that has killed so many of us, often in horrific ways, is also responsible for our very existence. I like how thoughtful it is with the lore. And there are these hidden pieces that it's not always pertinent to what's going on, but I do enjoy it still. Gonna see if I can plug this into the hex converter. What does this string of things say? Life from error. That's so thematic with this text. Life from error. Life that comes from the error. Genetic errors. And it made us what we are. The philosophy they talk about in this game is really interesting as well. It is! It really questions what it means to be human. And the fact that us being here as we are now is an incredible feat that this mutation.html just talked about. And then it's also tackling the issues of death and what comes after death. What it means for us to be alive. What it means for us to consider ourselves human. And it's like, if a robot that from the outside, as far as we can tell, behaves like a human, it looks like a human, but on the inside it's actually a robot, how can we tell the difference between it and us? I think it's very interesting. I always loved philosophy ever since like middle school. Like middle to high school, though a lot of the implications of it does scare me, so I kind of dropped it for a while. Life, death, morality, and mortality are well interpreted through the POV of an AI. Yeah, and I like it a lot. I like how thoughtful it is. I like games that makes you think. I also like games that makes you feel. It's basically the experience of being wrapped up in a game. I like that a lot. From Trevor Donovan to Alexandra Drennan. Subject EL capacity. Yeah, no worries. EL is not only ridiculously fast, it also has a bazillion tons of space. Even while hosting a full copy of the archive, it'll totally be able to handle all your project's data needs. Assuming its output is as you suggested. I mean, the worst case scenario would be, like, centuries. That should be enough, right? Right? Same? Yeah. Where's evolution? Favorited by George Jameson. One of the common misunderstandings about evolution, sometimes accidentally promoted by people who should know better, is that it's an active process. Sometimes the term evolve is even applied to individual beings, as if some invisible force had driven them to suddenly change. But the truth is that individuals don't evolve. The term evolution describes a long-term process that can be observed in an entire population across time due to blank. Example, in response to an external threat or challenge. If an individual coincidentally has a trait that allows it to deal with the challenge more effectively than others, it is more likely to pass on that information to its descendants. That information gives them an advantage, so over time they become the dominant model of that species. The individuals experience no significant genetic change during their lifetimes, but each of them is part of the evolution of the species. Nunters. I remember learning about this in school. Oh wait, I need to plug it in. Plug the hex in again. Oh, iteration. So, a long-term process that can be observed in an entire population across time due to iteration. Example in response. Oh, nutters. I like this a lot. Expand brain. Whoosh. Oh. No. I couldn't I couldn't whoosh. Wonder if there's anything on the other side. Anything here? Any QR codes? Not a QR code. I guess not. That's not a QR code either. Whoosh! Sneaky sneakrits. Sneakrits? Okay. Something about a star. Oh, it's one of those buzzy boys. There's a star here. How do I solve this? Me. No. You little. Okay, so if I. Okay. Come on, let me in. Let me in. Yes. You need to let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Okay. Anyway, fairly certain the next thing is that I'm gonna have to do something funny like this again. Window through a door. Ah, I see. So I'll need to direct it to over here somehow. I just needed to open for a second. Anyway. I just don't understand this one. I figured I'd try and make some progress here, but honestly, it's such a thankless task compared to what else is out there. Anyway. Okay. Wow, this one's so slow. Jan-jan! Yippee! Now I'm gonna grab these things again. Yes! Alright. Time to see over there. I only want you near me. Thank you for the wow, by the way, Grim. Da 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 da. Start. Da 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 da. I think there's only one star in this area, so I guess all that's left to do is the puzzles. Over the fence. Me? Okay. Go! Oh, there he goes. Box? Box. Okay. Hmm. Got it. What about this one? Third wheel. How far back do I have to be? Ooh, that's quite far back. Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. They're spooning! And the third wheel goes here. Not this. Yippee! Wait. Wrong way. That way. Road of Death. What am I supposed to do here? I need to look first. So there's one here. I can get rid of those. Child program, codename Samsara terminated here. Logic program timed out. Final memory dump. But I was stuck. What was I supposed to... I see clouds. Oh. Okay. Did I do it? Did I make it? Yes! Got it! Yippee! Yippee! I did it! Not this. I did everything in this world.
Cease! In the time of your ancestors, there were those who did not choose the path of faith. You do not need to fear their ghosts. Fear only that you may become like them.
That was scary. It was screaming and Could you tell that I was scared? And I was like, no, I don't wanna. I don't want it. Oh, beep beep. Beep beep. Hello again. I've been checking your responses against library archives. And in order to assist you further, I need some additional information. Can you tell me what it is to you the important difference between a pebble and a tree? A tree is alive. Good. Now, what is the relevant difference between a tree and a frog? A frog is delicious. Well, I don't know if the tree doesn't have a consciousness. 'Cause the tree has roots and it reacts Like if I had the freedom to answer this question by myself, I would say that, well, a frog is an animal. And a tree is is a plant. A frog is green, well, the tree is also green. A frog is delicious. But some trees can be delicious too. Like broccolis are kind of like tiny trees, and they're delicious if you cook them right, that is. Frog is delicious. I suspect you're trying to make this more difficult than it already is. A frog is conscious, but a tree is not. A 5-year-old could handle this. Let's try something harder. What's the difference between a frog and you? What makes you a person? Nothing important. Frogs are people too. I'm self-aware. I'm rational. That is the answer I'd been contemplating as well. Though I'm not convinced that few lines up with the definition of a person you provided earlier. Still, doubting your assumptions isn't something to fear. It's an intellectual survival instinct. I'm pleased to see you adapting your ideas to your environment. Let us take stock. I think we can tentatively conclude 2 things. 1. A person must be rational or self-aware. 2. A person must be conscious. What I suggest we do to help resolve your problem is ask whether you are in fact those things. Are you aware of yourself? Can you rationalize your existence? Yes, of course. I tend to agree with you. Though your responses so far have been a little eccentric, I am resigned to admit that you are right. The matter of whether or not you are conscious seems rather more elusive. What is consciousness, in your opinion? Consciousness is the feelings and senses. That hardly answers the question. What is it in ordinary terms? Can I touch it? What is it made of? Consciousness is a complex functional system. Interesting. Thinking. You know, I really feel like we're making progress. We'll have you through that certification program in no time. In the meantime, I will mull over your proposal and notify you if I come to any conclusions. Okay. Nodders, that's right. Frogs are important. Another one of these. The dying man went unto the scribe who resided in Parmijit and said, Behold, I am weak of body. My days under the holy sun of Amun-Ra are coming to an end. Wait, is this the same as before? I think this is the same as before. I got it. Got it lyrics. Oh, it's the same thing. But it was beeping at me. Oh, right, because the beeps are only for the thing, like that MLA thing, and not actually an update to the thing. I forgot. Anyway. Me. What does it mean to be a person? To be a person is to bump into walls, clearly. Me. There you go. You have now unlocked fan. Oh. Wow. World 2? World 2. This one needs a lot of things. Let's go here. I think this will be the last word.
All. I know all. My power knows no bounds. And yet your will is free because you were made to be free. It is the very principle of your existence, without which the trials of this world would hold no meaning. To seek salvation must be your choice.
Bibi! Look at me! I am on top of the thingy.
I keep having these dreams. Great empty cities. Silent roads stretching for miles. The Earth from space. All dark. Not a single light to guide me home. But if someone really came from another world, what would the Earth look like to them? A wilderness? A wasteland? I don't think so. Even after thousands of years, they'd see a world shaped by our hand in every aspect of its being. They'd see the cities and the roads, the bridges, the harbors, and they would say, here lived a race of giants. These dreams, they scare me, but they also remind me that we built all of this.
I like that a lot too. I have come to see that these mysteries are not all for his children to solve. Only the designer himself could ever truly understand the infinite complexity of his creation. I will gaze at his work and worship. Ooh. Anyway, puzzle. Higher ground. So I'm not able to go there, clearly. Ah, I see. Need to jam that so I can get the key. But it looks like... Is there another jammer in here? Ah, ow, me! So this is here's a jammer in here. The rainbow, 'cause I know. Oh, what is this? I'm gonna investigate that. Whoosh. Anything here? Oh, a gate. Epitaph child program codename terminated here. Logic. Worship the designer for days, then allowed the serpent into its heart. I asked the designer for forgiveness that I may join him in the eternal memory. I guess someone met their end here. Seems we're all connected somehow, like distant family relations. Different versions, different series. What are we? Who cares? Just be careful. Just be grateful we don't have to read anything more about our great designer. Okay, so... Oh, I see why this is hard now. Because I need that one to open that. But there's no point in reaching in the end here if that one isn't open. Wonder if I can survive. Nope! Okay, well, Ah, me! If I just stand right here and back off before it gets to me. Ah! Me! Okay, Okay, I'll save this for later. Life and death and love and birth, and peace and war on the planet Earth. What is this? Hmm? What is this? Oh. So if I stand here, whoosh! Ah! Peace and love on the planet Earth. And then there's this to go back. Whoosh! Um. And I put this here. Whoa! No! Did I goose myself? I think I may have goosed myself. Ah, that can be used to not this. Oop. Not this. And then there's one there. Beep beep. Beep beep. Oh, science magic. Though the term science has only meant what it does to us for around 600 years, its practice far predates the name. There is evidence pre-Aristotle, which indicates soothsayers, mystics, and the like may have employed basic scientific methods to predict the future and confound their benefactors. One anecdote concerns a palm reader who was exposed when two wealthy clients compared their readings and found them to be identical. In 1948, the tendency to discover deep personal meaning in vague descriptions delivered authoritatively was given a name, the Forer effect. Today, it is recognized in all contemporary psychological theory. Hey, Talos blog, latest entry. Oh man, if there's one thing that's good about inevitable death, it's the food. Yeah, baby! I'm gonna have all the horribly unhealthy food in the world. I'm gonna feast on jelly bananas like a crazy monkey on Monkey Christmas. You know those muffins that have so much chocolate they're basically melting? That's gonna be my breakfast. And burgers for lunch. I'm gonna have burgers so greasy you could use them to lubricate a whole factory. Triple bacon burgers with double cheese and extra onions and mayonnaise and ketchup and mustard and big fat juicy patties. And then oily thick pizza with spicy salami and barbecue sauce and olives and jalapenos and sour cream. Food coma, here I come. Man, it's really making me hungry. Arcady Journal. Fascinated by Drennan's project. Lovely conversation regarding Talos principle, Greek philosophy, relevance to current situation. Tens of thousands of files coming in every hour. Our whole history. Is there only? No, there isn't only 3. Next one. The tomb. I'm convinced there are answers here if we look hard enough. We have to work together on this. Okay, so I get that I'm supposed to retrieve these sigils. I just don't get why. Sure, the loud voice is telling me to, but this world of his has no context, no purpose, and no foundations from which to construct them. Oh, I see. I'm gonna be stuck in here. Whoops. Silly me. Now I can take this and then do this. Yippee! Now I wonder if there's a secret somehow, somewhere. I guess there isn't really one. Moonshot? Wait. Oh, am I supposed to... Wowie! Is that visible? That is visible. Visible from over here? Secret? No. Probably not. But that's there now. You know what? I'm hungry. And I can't brain good if I'm hungry. So I think that's where I'll call it for today. Okie dokie. Alright, thank you so much for being here with me and watching me play as a robot, questioning existence and completing puzzles. I love puzzles. I don't know if I want to look at a guide for getting the stars and the difficult puzzles, cause I want to try and do it myself as much as possible. But if I could get my partner to look at things for me, and I'll just be doing hints. I'll just be asking him for hints. That might be alright. I might also just pursue it off stream, so you don't see me just wandering around, not really doing much. In any case, I'll see you next time.